During the 2013 growing season, record-setting amounts of rainfall are producing record corn yields on many North Carolina and Virginia farms. And while they harvest this amazing 2013 crop, Virginia and North Carolina farmers are looking forward to 2014 with renewed dedication to managing risk and maximizing opportunity on their crop-producing acreage. In the 2013 growing season, it was evident that seed varieties with the industry's highest peak yield potential would have an advantage. So, which seed consultants and Supreme EX varieties perform under these optimal growing conditions?
Yeah, we started shelling last week and we ran some 11HQ31. That was some of the best yielding corn we've ever had. Just seems like every year the corn keeps getting a little bit better, and this new hybrid 11HR63 seems to be at least as good or better than the 31 that we had. It's the first year we'd grown it, but really looks good everywhere we've had it. Hopefully in another week or two we can get into some, but it really looks like it's going to do really well. It's hard to imagine getting any better for the type of ground that we grow on, but here's some ears that we pulled off, and you know, if you do your counting and everything, it's 240, 250. So I'm real anxious to take it off. Field average 223 bushel, and this field looks substantially better. It's a little bit better on disease than the 31 might be. It's a little bit taller hybrid, but the ears are just really, it's got a lot of flex to it, and we had a lot of rain this year and things just worked out right.
We see some fabulous ear development on it here today, much in line with what we've been seeing on this variety with our testing last year as well as this year. This plant has amazing top-end yield potential. In Rockingham County, Virginia last year, it had an actual yield of over 270 bushels in twin rows. It looks extremely good here, and we think it's got a real shot at winning this test plot at Charlie's this year. Got good test weight.
In 2013, we launched our largest, most comprehensive corn research effort ever. And just as prior research has told us that SC11AGT30, SC1172, and SC11AGT43 are the right variety recommendations under drought-stressed growing conditions, 2013 testing has provided new insight into the peak yield potential of our corn lineup for Virginia and North Carolina. We identified 4 hybrids that yield substantially higher when fertility and moisture are abundant: SCS11HR63, SCS11HQ31, SCS1184AM, and SCS1154AM raise yield potential higher than ever in our 2014 lineup.
We added this hybrid more because of its stress tolerance than anything else. And the early yields that we're seeing coming back in from research, they're plots out of the Mid-South, and we haven't begun harvesting our plots yet, but this was like second out of about 40 entries. So we just think it's going to be a strong variety for us, decent on leaf diseases. This is a gray hotbed here, and you're just pretty darn clean. We don't see much gray on it here. There's a dab here and there. There's a little northern in here, but it's overall pretty darn clean. But we're going to see decent standability out of it, great on leaf diseases, great stress hybrid, and then the number one thing is just big time yield, great grain quality.
We are conducting our own on-farm test down here in the southern part of Davie County. In hoppers 1 through 5 on our planter, we had Seed Consultants 1131 planted right next to Pioneer. Over here is the Pioneer. You can see there's a big difference in the size of the ear. This is growing under the same conditions next to each other.
We'd like to see this new 1154 be a companion hybrid alongside of 1131 for our North Carolina sales, and we think it's going to give us an extra measure of stress tolerance in comparison to the 31, and also give us a boost in yield potential. And definitely we see a lot of grain quality. This hybrid's going to yield. It's going to give us a lot of heavy test weight grain. Chris, what's your thoughts here on the 1154?
Well, I'll tell you, after 2012, Dale, I mean, we really looked through our entire lineup. We needed better stress tolerance, and we knew that. 1154 kind of stuck out there. We feel it's going to handle stress a lot better than 1131. 115-day variety, like you said, great grain quality, good standability. I don't know it's going to have as much stay green as 1131 or 1172 later in the season, but it's a nice stress hybrid.
SCS 11HQ70, SCS 11HR63, SCS 11HQ31, and 11HQ39 comprise our silage lineup for 2014. These well-researched hybrids boast a forage quality and tonnage track record that leads the industry. More importantly, they represent valuable tools in the hands of North Carolina and Virginia dairy and beef producers, enabling them to harvest more pounds of milk or beef from every forage acre planted.
Looks like it's going to perform really well for us in this test plot.
What have you been growing?
Most of what we grow is 70 and 38 and some AGT 30.
How do you feel about what you're seeing here with the 63 compared to those varieties?
I think it's going to work out. We might try to incorporate some of it in there. The 38 didn't perform as well for us this year because of the dry weather hit us wrong and it was really hot. But the 63, it was planted. This test plot was planted last week in April, I believe, the 1st of May, and it's really showed good drought tolerance because we had a really hot and dry spell right in there, and I believe it's going to be one of the best performers in the test plot.
We've been turned on to the 70 here. It's been a really probably our best silage corn that we've grown over the years. And we use a lot of Pioneer, we use some Mycogen, and we've been thoroughly impressed with the ears that you see here. The potential with us being able to irrigate, you know, it's been really pleasing. Eddie and everyone else with Seed Consultants has been excellent to work with on the sales side. We've been to a lot of their field days, which is kind of a nice to be able to compare different hybrids. We just been, like I say, been real happy with Seed Consultants.
Whether it's a banner corn year like 2013 or a difficult growing season, our customers have grown to expect industry-leading corn varieties from Seed Consultants correctly positioned to meet their production goals. So, as we make plans for our 2014 crop, let's keep in mind lessons learned the hard way in the past. We emphasize keeping drought and heat stress tolerance at the top of the priority list when making variety selections. For 2014, we're adding a new variety to our already formidable drought and heat stress lineup. SC11 AGT74 joins the ranks as a companion to SC11 AGTV72, SC11 AGT43, and SC11 AGT30. These are rugged genetics that protect yield by having an extra measure of stress tolerance when things get really tough.
Many of you are growing 1172, and it's been the best hybrid on your farms in 2013. 1174, from what we're seeing here, it's looking like a better hybrid than even 1172. And if it proves out in our testing to be a better hybrid in terms of yield and defensive characteristics, then we've got a tremendous variety for you in 2014.
Now, Dale, we're excited about this hybrid. It has the same male that we have in the 1143 that we had in our 1122, the 1152, and the 1172. And it's been a really healthy, good stressed male for us. We have it on a different female than the 1172. And the thing that it brings to us is we still get that same fodder height, so we're going to have great tonnage if a guy wants silage. But we're moving that ear about 2 notes lower with it, and we're going to probably improve our grain quality a little bit, maybe a little bit girthier ear on this variety. The big thing on it when talking to the foundation company is they really feel it's a better stress hybrid than the 1172. So we're really excited about that. So it's going to be a more stable plant. It's going to be a better stress hybrid. And maybe at very, very high yield levels, 1172 may have a yield advantage over it. But typically if there's any stress or normal conditions, this is going to be a better hybrid.
Well, as you can see with this leaf right here, there's heat stress, here's heat. Just the corn just simply fried. I mean, you see the end of that leaf right there, it just burned up. It just basically caught on fire. And you know, this being able to back the population off on this, I think helped this corn this year. This is 80 bushel corn, and to be honest with you, I'm pretty proud of it this year for what we've had to endure. Corn just simply can't take extended periods of 100-degree heat. I say this would be real good for the eastern part of North Carolina with the hot temperatures they have down there and the lighter soils backed off on a lower population.
The corn in the past, we've planted AGT 30 a good bit. The corn in the past in dry years has done extremely well, but this year I think it's really showing itself where we've had the moisture. I think it does good in this marginal ground we have here in this area. Sometimes it gets a little bit drier than some areas, but we're thankful for the AGT 30. In the past, we've had AGT 30. We try to place it on our marginal grounds. It's a corn I think will definitely wait on water, and we've seen it in the past, last year and the year before. It's a corn that will stand there, and it's a short season. I think it's 113-day corn, but it'll perform real well in dry conditions.
Locally adapted varieties and the latest technology. That's a powerful combination for your farm. Our customers and dealers are the heart of our seed business. We take it very seriously when you commit corn acreage to Seed Consultants. It's teaming with forward-thinking growers like you that makes the idea of moving yields forward a reality. We look forward to working with you on your 2014 crop.